Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. Last time we got a new party member in the form of Yang the Monk, which is insanely powerful. Look at his HP stat, he's only one level higher than Cecil and he has about 80% more HP. That is insane. He's literally got more than 4 times the amount of HP Rosa has. And Edward. And Rydia. Cecil is the only one except Yang who has decent HP. And in this episode we're going to go through this mountain and see what ends up happening. We're trying to get to Fabule before Golbez does. And I think actually, no big spoilers here, but I think we're gonna get to see Golbez for the first time when we enter the kingdom of Fabule. I think it's a kingdom at least, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not gonna fight these guys because they're annoying. I have to think too much about they absorb certain elements and then they're resistant to other elements and then they're weak to other elements and they're just complicated. For a boss fight, they're fine. For random encounters, they're just damn right annoying. And I am still going to keep with my OCD thing of 100% completing all the maps when I can without putting too much extra effort into it. Because 3 items, am I right? Okay, surprise, that's not good. That means that I better be running away. Because the moment you're surprised, you get away sooner than you can actually attack. Which is a little stupid. Maybe that's intentional game design. I think it's just something they might have overlooked and not thought about. Then again, it is Square Enix, so it could very well be intentional game design. Preemptive strike, on the other hand, that's very useful. Let's attack, let's attack, let's attack, let's use fire, and let's just attack. Actually, Edward became somewhat... Did he just raise his stats after that whole Anna cutscene we had 2 episodes ago? Because it feels like he's way more powerful than he was before. I'd say it's possible that his stats just got a buff after that. It's not just because he got a new weapon, is it? Now let's finish this part of the map. I was gonna say I'm missing something somewhere, but I'm missing the actual exit. You see 3 bone cores. I think those are fire spells and an item. Well, we are ready. Oh, that would have been good to know. You can actually just like use the map and the overworld as well. Well, that's nice. So grinding here is going to be a lot easier than in the mountains themselves, I think. So actually, let's attack the one in the back. I think he's going to die easily. Anyway. Things here aren't too powerful, it seems. I mean, this is going to be an overkill. That's the thing about Final Fantasy X, which I love, by the way. This is Final Fantasy IV, I'm aware, but I want to just suck Final Fantasy X's dick a little second here. Final Fantasy X has the overkill mechanic, meaning that if you do a certain amount more HP damage than his max HP, or his remaining HP, you get extra experience for it, and that is actually a really good system in my honest opinion. This game, and most Final Fantasy games don't have something like that. It's not required to be a good game by any means, but I do like the system, and this is a little bit more straightforward as far as leveling up goes and experience. And I like Final Fantasy X with the whole sphere system anyway. A little bit more than your typical Final Fantasy game, to be honest. That being said, getting new enemy designs in this area here is very welcome as well. I think those things might absorb fire attacks. We're gonna find out any second now, I think. 104 for a counter attack. I mean, we're not gonna find out because everybody died before Rydia could do. Well, not everybody, the goblin didn't. Well, we know he isn't gonna absorb it, even though he has an orange hat, so he very well could. I don't know how that makes any sense in like a actual context. Oh, I can't get through that little bit. I have to walk all the way. There's literally nothing here for me. That's stupid. Just button mash, actually, because things will die anyway. Now Rosa's gonna attack, not do a lot of damage, and Rydia's going to finish off. The thing. You just absorb fire? You're blue. You should be absorbing blizzard. Rosa and Rydia both got a level up, and no new abilities though, so who really cares? I mean, yes, the stats got a little boost, but nobody cares about stats. We just want spells. Oh, really, I want Fire Agar. Just annihilate everything in my path. Fabules should be, yeah, it's right here. We've got a little bit of time. Hey, look, it's Krillin! Sorry, I had to make that joke. I know it's a very bad joke. It's not even funny. It's not even accurate because they only have 4 dots and not 6. Fabulous Castle. This might be a little bit of a longer episode because there's a couple of cutscenes coming up. How young you have returned. Your Highness, I return with urgent news. A man known as Golbez is coming for the Wind Crystal, with all the might of Baron behind him. What? Are you sure of this? These people before you came to warn us. And who might they be? Your Highness, there's no time for introductions. Your castle must be secured and quickly. Your armor would have you one of Baron's own dark knights. Why should I trust you? The trustworthiness is proven, Your Highness. I already lost my man and fought for my own life when they came upon me. They could have stood and watched me die, but they aided me instead. I assure you, your enemy will not wait as you do. Please, you must believe us. It's an honor to see you again, Your Highness. It has been many a day. If it isn't Prince Edward, I'd hardly recognize you. How fares Damsion? It has fallen, the fire crystal is ours no more. Tell me you will not let your land suffer the same fate as ours. Forgive me, I only found it hard to believe you spoke the truth, but it seems you do. Still, without the monks there's little we can do. Will you aid us in our defense? Of course we will. These men have strength and courage. These women though, just don't look at them, they're useless. By your leave, I would have them stand with me on the front line of our defense. If that is your wish, I will trust in your judgment. Might you two ladies assist our healers? Certainly. But Rydia's not a healer, she's a summoner. A dark mage. Before being... well, actually, she does have a cure ability. My kingdom's fate, then, is in your hands. Your Highness? Very well, then, Cecil. Edward, come with me. It's pretty sexist that Rosa and Rydia don't get to fight. Probably because the boss fight coming up would be too easy. Cecil, be careful. I will, and you too. Rydia, keep Rosa safe for me, you hear? She's gonna have to do a lot of fighting, I think. Enemies! Attack! I think if we kill the one in the back first, the ones in the front will leave. Or the other way around. They get confused, that's it. Which is useful as well, don't get me wrong. I think we can just literally do this on auto attack and nothing would ever change. I probably should, to be honest. Can I switch to auto battle? Yes. Makes it a lot easier for me. Because I'm just gonna mash attack anyway, so I might as well do auto battle, not pay attention, and just talk a little bit of shit, right? We do get experience for all these battles, and quite a bit actually. There's gonna be more than one battle, hopefully, because otherwise the auto battle thing wasn't that useful. So there's no room to talk some shit? Forgive me, I've drawn you into a hopeless fight. I told you before, this fight is as much ours as it is anyone's. And it isn't lost yet. They're breaking through. Okay, so... auto battle, yeah. It takes you off auto battle if you enter a new encounter, it seems like that, which I don't appreciate that a lot. But I appreciate the fact that I can auto battle and just not... I'm not even looking at the screen, and I'm progressing with the game. I'm looking at my wall. I'm looking at my TV, which is turned off because I'm playing Final Fantasy and not like Crash Bandicoot or something. Which I'm only playing Crash Bandicoot on that when I play it in my own time, because when I play it for YouTube, I want to record it in 1080p, and that TV is not 1080p, so I usually play it on my monitor. But I have to use a HDMI to VGA cable, or DVI actually, cable, to get the stuff on my screen in 1080p. But of course that doesn't carry audio, so I can't hear the audio of the game when I play Crash Bandicoot for YouTube, and it kinda stinks, to be honest. So I'm really happy when I'm playing Final Fantasy or something along those lines, and I can actually hear what I'm doing. Same thing with everything I actually do on PlayStation. I recorded using my PC monitor as my monitor, because that one is 1080-60. I mean, most PlayStation things aren't 60 frames. PlayStation 4 is doing a better job at it, but I don't have a PS4 Pro. So, but yeah, it's 1080p and my TV is 1080i, which is plenty of fun for just playing on it. But if I want to record it, it gets all interlaced and stuff, and I don't want that, so I don't have audio while I play, and it's really bad because I kind of like Crash Bandicoot's music. I can't hear it. You guys can hear it because the PlayStation still outputs it into my capture cards, and then my capture cards... I actually wonder what happens, because that is very interesting. Right? Because what happens is the PlayStation outputs a audio and video signal through one cable that goes into my capture cards, and then it's supposed to go from my capture card through another HDMI cable into a screen that also gets the audio signal. But since it's HDMI to DVI cable, it only carries the visual signal, so only the video. It just, after going out of the capture card, it doesn't have audio anymore. What happens to the audio signal? Does it just, like, get lost? And where does it get lost? Where does it go? Is it still imprinted in the signal that's sent to my screen, but just can't be used through that connector? And does that in any way possibly cause some kind of artifacting, possibly? Because it's interpreting audio data as visual data. I'm very interested in this now. More than I should be, admittedly, but it's a very good question. At least I think it is. Also, I probably shouldn't have started this this whole thing at the end of an episode. So I'm just going to see if this actually... Edward collapsed. And Edward didn't collapse. Okay, make a choice. Either have him like narratively collapse and then in gameplay not have him around, or don't. But don't have him collapse like story based narratively and then immediately cut to a gameplay part where you have him standing upright and fighting. Because that just makes no sense and annoys me to no extent. I was hoping that would kill him. Just for your information, that did not kill him. I mean, this will. So do I get the chance to quick save at any point? Soon. Please. We see a crystal! We actually see... I think this is the first time we actually see a crystal, which is not in a flashback. Not that it's important. Hey, it's Kane! It's been some time, Cecil. Kane, you're alive. I am. You'll fight then? Of course, that's the very reason I've come. But Cecil, the one I'll fight is you. Kane? A duel, Cecil. Do you mean? Draw your blade. This seems like it's no good. Why? Kane? I will not answer your questions. And he uses jump. Of course he fucking does. I think I'm supposed to lose this battle because that did deal a lot of damage. Unless he has next to no fucking HP. I mean, I'm dealing quite a bit of damage as well, to be fair. What's come over you? Be silent. I'm gonna use darkness. He might resist darkness. I don't know. I'm not gonna use darkness actually, because I think the time it takes to do it and the damage it results in when using will kill me before I can do enough damage. This is the end, Cecil. Another jump shouldn't be able to kill me unless he gets a critical hit. But one more should be able to kill me now.
Kane, even you now?
Let me ease your suffering.
You'll do nothing!
Stop!
Rosa.
Kane, tell me you've not turned traitor.
Don't look at me.
Kane, why do you now hesitate?
Golbez! You're him, the usurper.
So, you are Cecil. Allow me to give you something. A gift to remember our meeting.
Cecil, let me through!
I did not come to treat with words. Kane, enough of this foolishness. Bring me the crystal.
My lord.
Don't do it, Kane!
Rosa, let it be.
Oh, you care for this one, do you? Then let me take her along as well. To hold in trust until we are graced with the chance to meet again. Come, Kane.
It would seem your life is spared for now.
Kane, wait!
I'm so happy that I decided to not grind up until after this episode. But I thought we were gonna fight Golbez. Cute! Also, my voice is not what it used to be. So we don't fight Golbez here, and we lost Rosa. Are you alright? Yes, thank you, Rydia. But now they have Rosa. And we could not even defend the crystal. Rosa. What's wrong with you? They took Rosa, but they didn't hurt her. We just need to rescue her. And the crystal? We can take it back too. She's right. It's my turn to help you, Cecil. Let us heal your wounds and think of a way we might free Rosa. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. It's been way too long of an episode. I think it's been like 22 minutes, possibly, something along those lines. Until the next time, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed the video, which hopefully you have. See you next time. Bye.